Whether South Carolina teachers should get vaccinated sooner rather than later is now in the hands of state legislators. The first hearing in the House was held yesterday. Today, News 3's Andrew Davis talks with one of the witnesses who supports the educators getting immunized sooner rather than later. Andrew?
A South Carolina House committee currently has that bill in hand, which would move teachers up on the list to get their vaccine. Now, while it did pass unanimously in the state Senate, now back in the House, they have a lot more questions and concerns. Supporters believe misinformation is affecting everyone's decisions.
This is about getting teachers back to work. And I think that's inaccurate because teachers haven't stopped working since March of 2020. In fact, they're working harder than ever.
Patrick Kelly of the Palmetto Teachers Association says teachers want to be in school. They want to educate students, but they also want to feel safe.
I'm not aware of a single teacher in South Carolina who wants educators to be vaccinated prior to our elderly and our most at risk and our most vulnerable. Our schools are struggling and buckling under a staffing shortage that existed prior to this pandemic. And the pandemic is exacerbating it with hundreds of teachers per day out on medical leave, out on quarantine, or out because they've contracted COVID, which means we don't have the staffing in our schools to deliver the level of instruction our students need and deserve.
And with mid-year teacher resignations up around the state and a substitute shortage in almost every county,
allow this to continue happening with these staffing shortages and teachers having to pick up double duty because we can't find substitute teachers, that's going to continue to burn people out. And in a state that's already in a teaching shortage crisis, we're not really in a position to run off another teacher from the classroom. For those that say this is going to have to be an either or, there are more than 25 states that have figured out how to vaccinate their elderly and their educators. And vaccine has been allocated to states on a per capita basis. So we are not disadvantaged compared to another state. We just didn't have logistics in place. Now, Governor Henry McMaster has said he is not in favor of any bill that would take the limited supply of vaccine South Carolina has away from the elderly population. But also, he's not said he would veto any bill that may pass. The House subcommittee says it plans to meet again on the issue next week. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Andrew, thank you.